your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
Hey guys, welcome to Let's Talk Bird Dog. We're gonna get it kicked off and started. My name is Bobby, and your host here.
My name's Matthew, and thank whoever's listening right now.
Yeah, appreciation is at its greatest levels for whoever is tuning in right now. Appreciate you. Hopefully you enjoy and stay part of the Bird Dog Talk for the next episodes.
Yeah, well, let's start it off with how many times we actually try to record this podcast, man. I'm pretty sure we did over,
Well, for me, it
15
was only,
attempts?
For me, it was only 3 times.
It was more for me, man.
Yeah, I know, but this is your podcast, so I guess it's a little bit...
Nah, man, it's our podcast. Also, big shout out to who was supposed to be, should be joining us right now. And his name is, we're just going to call him some thumb with hair.
Yeah, he's a thumb with hair.
He's a thumb with hair.
That's his nickname.
But we're gonna probably talk about a lot of stuff on this podcast in the future.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go dive into detail. That's why our names are gonna be. That's why my name is Bobby. My name's not actually Bobby, but we're gonna leave it to that so we can talk exactly. No, we're not gonna hold back, man.
You think you're gonna change your name every time we start a podcast with a different accent?
Maybe.
All right, then, man.
All right, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but maybe we should do if we get somewhere, maybe we should reveal your at least your first name one day.
Hey man, let's just have fun with it while we're doing it, man. Let's not talk about the future until the future is presented to us.
Dude, we should first talk about how we literally recorded the first episode.
I don't think we should
yesterday.
dive into those details. I think that should come.
And it didn't even save though.
Time. I know, man. We literally sat here for about 2 hours.
We finally sat down, got some pretty decent audio, and then we did a pretty good. It was all right.
It was like a 45-minute podcast, and had some good content in it.
And then the app just broke down on us,
and they're just gone.
It basically said, "Nah, man, fuck you."
Yeah. There's literally, that really upsetted us, but at least we got a little bit of experience with this podcast nature, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But anyway, let's talk about a little bit about you, Matt. How's it going, man?
I'm doing all right.
How's life?
Living life.
Just living it?
Yeah, just living it right now.
What's your dreams, goals, and aspirations?
That's a lot of questions at once.
It's the same shit every day.
I think, my goal this year would probably, I kind of want to go to, photography school. Yeah, that's kind of my goal this year. I'm trying to,
hey, that's nice,
get
man.
ready.
That's something different.
Getting prepared and all that, trying to see if I can, I'm actually building up my portfolio right now.
Oh yeah, I try to help him with that too. We try to take a couple of dark lighting pictures, some of the first types of photos he's ever taken, and he's trying to dive in more of that.
Yeah, man, low light is some really hard stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like it could be really creative if you actually get really good at it.
Yeah, but my goal on this podcast is really because our name is called Let's Talk Bird Dog. So my goal for this podcast is probably one day that we can get maybe be able to be sponsored by Bird Dog.
Hey, that'd be lit, man.
Mm-hmm. So what about you, man? Tell the audience a little bit about what you do, bro.
Hey man, Bobby's just a little old timer. Honestly, I have a lot of goals, dreams, and aspirations of a lot of different things. I actually have a startup company. I'm an IT technician, data analyst, sourcing manager, and I was at once a project manager, AP coordinator for the company I work at right now. So there's a lot of deep details with that I'm working personally on. I don't really want to talk about work, but I have a website, onemdrive.com. It's not live yet, because I want to make sure it's golden before it goes out there. But essentially, it's just having a lot of people, because you know, two brains are better than one. If you have a collaborative mindset and you don't really want the materialistic money, like you just want a passion, you want to find yourself, you want to have something to look forward to each and every day and grow upon that. I know that kind of doesn't make sense, but
no, I kind of get what you're saying though. It's like when you really love something, it's not really even about the money, it's about the enjoyment of doing it.
Yeah,
you know?
Because like when you get to a certain point, even if you start making good money on it, you're gonna cap off. But if you're passionate about that and you really love doing it, the ceiling is there is no ceiling at all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So you just gotta love what you're doing each and every day and just be motivated, and that's what I'm trying to help other people do. So that's one of my dreams and aspirations. Another one is I'm actually I got an Apple Watch and a Samsung watch. Both are top of the line. Apple Watch 4 and a Gear S3 Frontier. I'm trying to create the future, essentially. I'm learning. I already kind of knew a little bit about Java, C++, and Python. It's just using iOS and Android to create that on a watch. So I have a lot of ideas on different apps, and
I would say your real goal this year is probably to create like an app, right?
Yeah, by the end of the year, I want to go live with an app that is finished. That is a product.
But we'll also talk about, like, because you're a pretty good gamer as well. Like you know, I've seen you play. Like you got some good stuff going on over there too.
Hey man, actually, yeah, video games has always been like a dark past that I don't really bring up, especially in the workforce. But it's just something that I've been doing for almost 15 years. It's something that I can just get away from. I can escape reality, and that's what it's always been. And eventually, I just kept on playing a game, and I got really good at it to the point where consistently I was turning heads, and eventually it turned out to be a little bit of a cash flow. So yeah, it's really fun, but I don't know, man. It's just like I want to be part of the gaming industry, and I want to play games for the rest of my life, but I feel like I have more potential in other areas.
I feel you. But yeah, that
that kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
It does. But I think we should really there's a topic that I really wanted to talk about that's really been on my mind. I really want us to like talk about like some of our craziest parties we ever been to. And if you want, you can go first about, you know, some of the craziest parties you've ever been to.
Do you want me to recite 2 parties, or you just want me to tell one and then you go and then
Yeah, we can do one at a time.
All right, for sure. We actually tried to talk about this in the last podcast. I got completely erased from existence. But so one of the craziest parties I have ever been to, it's kind of a funny story because I don't even remember the party. That's the thing. So I was 15 years old, right? And I was a crazy motherfucker when I was like from the age of 13 to maybe 19, maybe 17. Yeah, so like 13 to 17, I was just like batshit crazy. But yeah, I went to a party when I was 15. I remember vividly how that party was when I first showed up, and like a couple drinks. But after that, there's no memory at all, right? So there was a lot of people at this party, and it was at like a frat house, like a college dorm or some shit like that downtown. But moral of the story is, I fucking woke up next morning with the worst headache, right? Hungover as shit. Don't remember a thing. I don't get it though. I don't get how people like don't remember anything though. Like I got
like I've been pretty drunk a few times in my life, but I would still like kind of picture everything the next morning though.
Like sometimes you can remember vividly exactly what happens, but in this instance, I only remember like pictures, you know, like just little things. But leading up to what I'm trying to say is I ended up in a random fucking car. A random car I've never seen in my life. I was inside the car. The car was locked.
The car was locked? You were locked inside the car?
No. The car was locked. But, like when I opened the door, it like unlocked, you know? But anyway, I was inside this fucking car when I woke up after this party, not remembering a thing. I felt like shit because I was hungover, and I didn't have any fucking clothes on. I was butt ass naked. I was literally, I was going crazy. I was like, what is going on? I was 15 years old too, so you imagine like the type of psychological.
Was the car in front of the frat house that you partied at, or was it just like you were like in a whole new area? It was down the street.
It was like, it was kind of like a whole new area, but it was like, I knew where I was. But anyway, I was butt ass naked in the fucking car. I looked down. There's my fucking phone. There's my keys. There's my fucking all my shit, my clothes. And I look to the left on the other side of the floor, and I'm in the back seat of the car, right? Butt ass naked, not knowing what the hell is going on. I see a fucking condom, and it's open, and it's fucking like, it's like
it was used. It was.
I was like, "There's no girl."
You're just there by yourself with a condom on the ground.
Bro, I was like, dude. Still to this day, I'm like kind of confused, and I don't know what to think about it. But
I was gonna ask if somebody actually took her clothes, and then you just. But you said the clothes were in the car, though.
I did not find my underwear.
You did?
I had all my clothes.
Dude.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I showed up there without. Anyway, fucking, that was pretty crazy. Like, just randomly, just. It was like some hungover. Like, you remember that movie Hungover or whatever?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. You know, like when they opened the trunk and the Asian guy jumped out and started. He was like butt naked. He jumped on. I forgot. I think it was the beard guy, right? I forgot his name.
Yeah, this shit was funny. I remember.
And he starts beating him up.
Yeah. But anyway,
yeah, dude, that's crazy though.
Yeah, man, I'm still to this day, I'm shook. Damn.
I don't even know if I can top that anymore. But so hey man, but shout out to whoever has whoever still has Bobby's underwear. And give that shit back, man. Give that shit back.
10 years ago, dog. Hey, I want my underwear back.
Man, give Bobby's underwear back, man. Whoever's out there listening right now, Bobby needs his underwear.
Yeah, for real, dog.
But yeah, so one of my craziest parties was I was in freshman. It was my freshman year in college, and a buddy of mine was a DJ. You know, shout out to DJ Noomba.
You know, heard of him?
Nah, I don't think so. He's not that big yet.
DJ Noomba? That sounds so fucking familiar. Either he copyrighted somebody's name, or I know him.
Nah, I don't think you know him. He's big on campus, but he wasn't big like.
I think I heard him on the radio or something, dude. I swear I've heard that name before.
Nah, I would still be hanging out with him if he was doing shit on the radio right now. No, I love that dude. So he's like, hey, it was like one of his first gigs, right? Because we were on the same class. So he's like, yo, Matt, I'm about to DJ this house tonight. You know, I want you to come with me. You know, you don't have to pay to get in. You know, it's gonna be lit. I was like, all right, cool, man, word. So you know, at night, you know, we're walking to the place. You know, he's getting in his equipment. I think somebody drove his equipment there, but you know, he walked with me to the property. And so it's like one of those like old, like one of those 1920s old abandoned houses. Like it looked like it's been like nobody lived there for like 20 years straight.
So it was like condemned?
Yeah, it looked like that. But it probably, I'm pretty sure the people there like just unlocked the door and just, you know, people do those at parties, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so we go there, we knock on the door, and then like the door opens and it's like this really big ass dude. Like I'm talking about like he's at least like 6'5" to like 7.
Jeez.
Like this dude was big. This dude was a tank, and like he was like definitely a football player. I think he was in a fraternity. Think about it right now. I'm pretty sure he was in a fraternity. Like
what was his ethnicity?
He was black.
Oh.
Yeah. I went to a HBCU.
Just so that I could picture it, I don't really care.
Yeah. But I went to a HBCU, and that's basically like majority black. And like, well, I'm Asian, you know. So anyway, so so he opens the door. I was like, man, this guy's big. And then as we were walking in, I noticed that he has a gun. Like on the side of his, he's strapped with like, this gun is big too.
He has a gun.
Yes, the gun is big too. Like the gun was like some dirty Harry.
Wait, so he has a rifle and he's just walking around?
No, it was like a pistol, but it was probably like the biggest one you could get. It was like a Big
like
Mac.
A chrome pistol, wasn't it?
It was like one of the back in the day, you know, like Super Size Me.
Wait, he had it
McDonald's.
on like a holster, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
But it was huge though. It was huge.
That's a little bit less concerning.
So we walk in and you know, there's people in the living room chilling in the couch, and then there's like a little dining area with like another couch, but there was no dining table, of course. And then so my friend's over there setting up his DJ equipment. I'm sitting on the couch just chilling, and like this big guy, we're just gonna call him Big Man. So Big Man's like walking around looking for something, and he's like going in and out, upstairs, downstairs, like getting frustrated. You can kind of tell he's like getting pissed off. And it was probably like some dumb shit too. It was probably like some toothpaste or like his dental floss or something. It was just probably like some really pointless thing. And he starts getting mad. Like he's like, who the fuck took my stuff? And he's like start throwing shit around like in the bathroom. You just hear like she just going bang bang in there, man. And I was like, holy shit, dude. Like this dude is gonna probably fuck somebody up tonight. Like this guy has a bad temper. Like I was like, holy shit. Like, cause I go to majority black. I'm like the only Asian person there. Like I feel like, and I was sitting around like pretty close to the bathroom door. So I was like, man, if this guy gets super pissed, he's coming at me first, man. Cause like once you come out, you just see that dude right there, Asian. And you're like, so I was like, holy shit. So he comes out, he's like yelling, cursing at his fraternity friends or whatever. And then he goes into the kitchen, you just hear him bang bang over there. I thought he was looking for something. And then he comes out with like, those things that they use for like, if you're like a football team or like, sports, they have like this big jug. Like you can put like Gatorade in there, and then you can squeeze the bottom part out and.
Was there alcohol in it?
Yeah, he mixed. He made a mixed drink, but he made it in that type of container.
It's like a keg.
Yeah, something like that. And then he mixed his drink. He came out with it, put it on table, and he had like a lot of cups. And then he starts filling some cups up. And like when you usually go to a house party, like if they have drinks, you gotta pay for it. Right. So he's filling it up. At that time, there's only like 15 people. Like it's probably just his homeboys and me and some other guy with my friends, a DJ. So he's pouring it up, and then he picks up 2 cups, and then like the first person he walks to is me, and he just stares me down with the 2 cups of alcohol. He just stares me down. Like he's about to he's looking at me like, what the heck are you doing over here, man? And he's just looking at me, and then he's like, you want one? Here you go. I was like, all right, thanks. Dude, I was like, holy shit. And then of course the party gets shut down because of police. But yeah, that was like, dude, it's like one of those like, that was scary, man. It was like, you don't know, like, because where I go, like the neighborhood isn't that bad around
That's a fucking horror house.
Yeah, dude, like, and plus the neighborhoods around my college wasn't that good. So like people get shot. Like at least every semester there's 2 shootings around my school. Damn. It's bad. So I was sitting there like, holy shit, shit's about to pop off here. Yeah. Like it looked like it was. But then he just gave me a free drink. I was like, holy shit. Dude was kind of cool. And then that was pretty much it though. You got another story though, bro?
I mean, how much time you got?
I mean, we got a little bit of time.
All right, man. I'll dive into it a little bit more. Actually, I do remember another party. Side note here, there was a party I went to with my friend. I used to go to this house all the time, just chill out, drink a couple beers and stuff. I had to be at least 19, but it was in Virginia, and I was with my buddy, one of my best friends at the time. I was just drinking beer, chilling, and I had a glass bottle in my hand, right? And I held it up to my mouth, and it was glass. And I started taking a sip of it, and my best friend fucking elbowed the bottom of the bottle, and it went and my fucking tooth chipped off. But that was a side note. That was a crazy part. But the most crazy party I've ever been to that I remember vividly, it was in Texas. I think it was in Austin. No, it was in Arlington, Texas, and I was there for an event, a gaming event. I think it was like a DreamHack event or something like that. But I went there to the show, and I was playing, and I caught the eye of somebody. He was an event organizer for the after party later that night. So I was like, he was talking to me, and you know, we were just talking bullshit about the game we were playing and stuff, and later he asked me if I wanted to go to the after party with him, and it was his party. So I was like, sure, man. And I was with one of my ex-girlfriends at the time.
All my exes live in Texas.
But anyway, I went with Dude Man. We'll call him Dude Man, and Jane, my ex-girlfriend. Those are just code names, by the way, but just so that I can explain it a little bit better. I went with Dude Man and Jane to this party. We Ubered there. No, we didn't Uber there. I drove my rental car, and he Ubered there. I don't know why, but we meet up, and we get to this big-ass fucking house. It's literally... It looked like a mansion. Like, if you're in Virginia and you look at something like this, it's literally one of the biggest houses you see.
Really?
But in Texas, everything's huge, so it's like it could be just a small house, you know?
Yeah, everything is big in Texas.
But anyway, this place was fucking decked out, man. Like, it was like there was 3 floors. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was beachfront. Like, there was a jacuzzi, there was a pool. But anyway, we went inside the house. He kind of showed us around, and then I went to go explore with my girlfriend. We went upstairs, and I was doing ex-girlfriend things, and we were like doing stuff, and you know, not really caring a care in the world. And then all of a sudden I hear like a bang. By the way, when I walked in this house, there was nobody there. A big ass mansion, nobody was there but me, Jane, and fucking Dude Man. Right?
That's kind of creepy though.
Yeah, I know, but it was his house. And I was like, all right, so I was chilling with my girl upstairs, you know, doing the freak. But anyway,
the freak.
But anyway, I hear a loud noise, like music going on and like commotion and stuff. I go downstairs, and there's literally 200 people there.
Damn. He made a lot of phone calls in 30 minutes.
Bro, it was like the weirdest thing. Either there was a scheduled time that everybody was supposed to show up, or like there was a close by place that he just went and was like, yo, come here. I don't know what happened, but there was like so many people there. When I went downstairs, there were so many cars outside. It was insane. But I wanted to communicate with people. I was like, I'm at a party. I'm gonna shoot the shit with some people. So I just went around and got a couple of drinks. I was talking to some people, and I get later into the night. It's about 9 o'clock, to where I'm like kind of shit faced. And I started. Actually, there was another girl there. I started talking to, and anyway, you know how that goes. But I started talking to this other girl, and all of a sudden this dude shows up out of fucking nowhere and just bumps me.
He just bumps you straight up, like on purpose?
He literally just like bumped fucked me like hard as fuck.
Was he just walking past or like?
Yeah, he walked past me
okay.
and like shouldered me, like really fucking hard.
What if that was actually his girl that he was trying to get with?
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. But he like said something to me as he did it too. He's like, man, fuck you, or like, I don't like you, or some shit like that. I was like, man, what the fuck?
Maybe he was trying to talk to her and then he was like,
yeah,
man, fuck this.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Maybe it was jealousy, but he did that shit. I turned around, I looked at him, I was like, what the fuck, man? Because he just started walking away. Like, he just started walking away, man. I was like, yo, what the fuck? You're gonna bump me and just walk away? Fucking do something. So, I kind of riled it up, kind of like in my ways when I'm.
You were already kind of drunk, or?
Yeah, I was drunk. Like, I was actually drunk. But, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, you're gonna do something. Don't be a bitch about it. And he turned around. He was like, all right then.
All right, man, let's go then.
And then all of a sudden I turn around, act like I'm not gonna do anything, and he's walking up towards me, and I just turn around and like fucking hit his ass. He falls on the ground, and we start getting in a rumble. Like, we're on the ground like fucking each other up. But literally I was fucked up. I was like beyond recognition, and he was actually beating my ass. Like, my face, like after the fight, my face was bloody. Like, I looked down and like there was blood dripping everywhere. Like, I could taste blood. Like, but
were you like numb, or like
yeah,
he actually
I was
felt
numb
like
because of the alcohol. But I could feel it because I could see it. But anyway, during the fight, I literally knocked his ass out. Like, he was out cold. But he won the fight because his face looked good.
What?
I don't know.
Did you noodle his ass? Like, did he just?
No, I think I elbowed him in the jaw, and he just like fucking knocked out. But my face was fucked up. Like, it was fucked up, right? So I grabbed all my shit. I grabbed my keys. I went upstairs, tried to find my girl. She's nowhere to be found. Nowhere. And I can't find my keys. My keys are gone. I'm like, what the fuck? My girl's gone. My keys are gone. I'm like, what the hell? So I grab all the rest of my shit, and I walk towards like the outside where my car is, and I realize there's a fucking jacuzzi there. I was trying to wipe my face off and shit. So I was like, I might as well just jump in this pool and get it over with. I jumped in the pool, right? The pool's salt water.
What?
It's a saltwater pool, man.
Is that like a Texas thing, though?
So bad. It stung. It was the worst experience of my fucking life. It was terrible, right? So I get out the pool, right, and everybody's like, yo, you're fucking, you're the shit, man. You're like, yo, good shit, man. I was like,
you're like, man, not right now. My face hurt.
I was so mad. I was so fucking mad. I was livid. Like, I was literally shoving people. Like, people were trying to talk to me. I was like, no, I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to find my fucking shit. So I walk outside, look for my car. My car's fucking gone. It's like, where I parked it, it wasn't there. So I get an Uber and I go to my hotel, which is not too far away. And I see my car in the parking lot, or not the parking garage. And the keys are on the ground. And there's a little scratch on it. And this is a rental car, by the way.
Okay.
So she fucking took my car back home, or back to my fucking
You mean your girlfriend?
Airbnb
at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
She took my car back to the Airbnb, scratched that bitch up, and fucking dipped. I was like one of the last times I ever saw her. And I was with her for like 3 months before that. But yeah, I went upstairs, grabbed all my shit, and drove around to try to find her. Like, what the fuck is going on? I could not find her. But I mean, essentially that was like, that's pretty much it. But I had to pay for that rental car to get fixed too. That was kind of shitty. But yeah, that was a pretty crazy.
That is crazy though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just picture the fight. Like, there's so many people there though.
Yeah. Well, at first it was like, there was so many people. Like, people were bunched up.
Was it like a high class party?
Yeah.
It was? Like, everybody was like dressed up and everything?
Yeah.
Dude. I need to go to something like that one day.
It was like in a high part of town.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I fucking flew back home and I talked to her one time and she explained to me, she was like, you were fucking with another girl, I don't fuck with that.
So she came downstairs after you came downstairs and then found you messing with another girl, and then she's like, all right,
I just took
I'm
my
gonna fuck you
keys
up.
and dip.
Dude, I just remember that I had a crazy, one of my first parties I went to, it was actually with Thumbwood Hair. Shout out to Thumbwood Hair once again. He's probably listening. So it was one of our first parties. It was me, Thumb and Hair, Thumb with Hair, and it's two other guys that we used to always hang out with. And so we were going to this party. We had to meet up with this other guy. Let's just call him Jimmy. Jimmy. So we had to meet up with Jimmy to go to this party. So we picked up Jimmy. And plus Jimmy lied to us. He told us that he lived in a mansion. And we went to that door one day to get him. I think that was after the party. We just tried to go, because he always tells us that he lived in this nice ass house in town. So we went there, and then there was an old lady that opened the door, and we're like, hey man, is Jimmy home right now? And she's like, well, I don't know who Jimmy is, but we've been living here for 40 years and we never had a Jimmy. And we were like, what the fuck?
Wait, how many people were you with?
I think it was Thumb and Hair went up to the door. It was Thumb and Hair. So anyway, so Jimmy's with us, right? He actually, I think he lived in like a trailer park or something. I don't know, but he did not live in that mansion. So we're going to this girl's party, right? And then the whole way there, Jimmy's like, you know, one of those guys that are just like, yo, that's my girl, like, I'm trying to mess with her, like, you guys can have any girls, you guys can have any other girl you want, but, you know, don't mess with the one that I want to mess with, type of guy. I was like, we're like, all right, fine, because we just really wanted to hang out there and, you know, maybe drink a couple of beers and, you know.
It's understandable.
So we go there, and this party had a lot of shit going on in one party.
Really?
It was kind of overwhelming. You had to be there to experience it. So we go there. This girl had the party. I think we were a little bit late. So she had two other guys from another school come too. And so we're all just partying. She's basically messing with Jimmy. So basically the scenery is like in the living room, she's messing with the guy from the other school, one of the guys from the other school. And she walks back in the kitchen, she's kind of messing with Jimmy. And it's just going on. And Jimmy has no clue what's going on.
What do you mean messing? Like
so
making out or?
Yeah, like making out, kissing, like sitting up on top of the guy and whatnot. Like, I think the guy from the other school knew, but he didn't even care. Like Jimmy was there. Jimmy was like basically like, don't even know. He thought that girl was his the whole time. Yeah. We were just sitting there like, damn, like this guy's getting toyed right now. And then another thing that happened during that time was the other guy from the school that came with that guy was messing with another girl, right, in the party. And then they went outside to, you know, make out or something in his truck. And then I guess the girl regretted at the end. And then basically she was over there like saying that,
Regretted it?
Yeah, she regretted it afterwards. Like, I don't believe it to this day, because I was there and I seen her like really enjoying making out with him in the room. And then when I went to the truck, you know, whatever happened with them. And then she was starting to say that he forced himself upon her, type of thing. Damn. That whole thing happened during that time. And then she's calling her mom and everything too. And then my other friend that came with me, not Thumb with Hair, but our other friend, he was getting dragged upstairs by a really ugly girl. He was getting dragged out there, making like, bro, you need to save me, man. I can't overpower this girl right now. And I had to save his ass. And then the cops came, and then like the mom of that girl that was hosting the party got in trouble. And like, it was just a mess, man. It was like everything bad happened in one night.
Damn, have you ever been to a party where the cops didn't show up?
Nah, man. Like, you know it's a good party if the cops show up, though.
I mean, I don't know about that.
Yeah, dude, but it was crazy. And then, dude, we had to get questioned in school. Like, the cops came to us to investigate when the girl claimed that the guy, like, quote-unquote raped her. Like, yeah, dude, I had to get called in, and, you know, they were like, we don't even care about if you guys drank beer. We're just, the reason why we're here to talk to you about that. Yeah, dude, it was like
school, like high school.
Yeah, yeah, it was bad, and the mom got in trouble too for giving us liquor. Well, alcohol. It was beer then, but you know, it was like some crazy shit that was going on that time. But
Man, bro, that's crazy.
yeah.
I wish I would have been there.
Nah, it wasn't like nah. You didn't miss out, man. You didn't miss out.
All right, you got me.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up, cause
Yeah.
we're gonna wrap it up. We'll save some more good stuff for next time.
Yeah, I gotta get back to work anyway. But,
Yeah.
If you stuck with us this whole time, I really do appreciate it. And there's a lot more to come. We have a lot of stories lined up for you guys. This is the pilot, the very first podcast of Let's Talk Bird Dog. I'm pretty sure this podcast name is gonna be Crazy Parties. But
Yeah, crazy parties,
yeah, we're
man.
gonna upload it, and we have a lot more to come, guys. We have a lot of stuff
Yeah.
planned.
Also, I just want to give one more last shout out to Thumbwood here. I love you, man.
Hey man, fuck that guy.
Yeah, but you know, again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll
You're afraid over there, man?
what?
He's talking about done with hair. He was like, fuck that guy. Can't believe Fred's getting in this bitch.
Who?
Fred.
Who's Fred?
Man, you didn't hear him? He was like, fuck done with hair. Anyway, we'll feature him in the next podcast. Shut up, man. Sit the fuck down. All right, man.
Anyway, all right, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See you in the next episode.
Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Safe and sound.